Keeping You in Stitches with the Dizzy Crafter. Welcome to Keeping You in Stitches, a new crochet video series brought to you by the Dizzy Crafter and the Dizzy Craft Lab. Today we are going to start at the beginning and work our way up to a square, starting with a slip knot, a chain stitch, and single crochet to finish your first sample piece. Keeping You in Stitches with the Dizzy Crafter. Today we're going to learn 1. How to make a slip knot. 2. How to make a chain of crochet stitches. 3. How to crochet a square. How to make a slip knot. Every crochet project starts with a slip knot. Wrap the end of the yarn around your finger 2 times, forming an X across the bottom of your finger. Use your crochet hook to pull the back strand up under the front strand while pulling the yarn off of your finger. You should have a loose knot on your hook. Pulling the hook with one hand and the strands under the knot with the other, tighten the knot against the hook. Now you are ready to get started. Today we're going to start with a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook, or a G hook. It's great for beginners. In fact, this very hook was my first crochet hook. I'm using some scrap cotton yarn for today's demonstration. To make a slip knot, take the following steps. Next up, how to make a chain of crochet stitches. Typically, before starting any crochet project, you will begin with a chain of stitches. With your slip knot on your hook, you will wrap the yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the existing knot to make a new loop. Today we are going to start with 11 chains. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All done. Now let's make a square using the chain we just started and learning a new step called the single crochet. Now that we have 11 chains on the hook, we are ready to start making our square, which will be 10 stitches across and 10 rows up. The 11th stitch is so that the sides build up evenly. You'll see what I mean. Put your hook in the second chain on the hook, yarn over, pull through until there are 2 loops on the hook, then yarn over, pull through your 2 loops. You've made your first single crochet. We are going to do this 10 times. When we reach the end, we are going to make a single chain, our 11th stitch, and turn our work to start a new row. Repeat this 9 more times. Now I'm going to turn off the camera And when I come back, I'll show you how to finish. Now we finish up the last 10 stitches, then put your yarn over and pull the last stitch through. Cut off the tail and you have a perfect square. Once we finish with our square, it's important that we weave in the ends so they're not dangling around. Just take a crochet needle and try to make sure you only have one. This one is magnetic, which is why it seems to have captured a smaller needle, but nevertheless, thread your crochet needle and then weave it down the side of your project, just a little bit. It doesn't need to go all the way down, but just enough. I usually just try to make it go down the whole line so it's more of a stiffer extension, but you just need to weave it in so it's not noticeable to the naked eye. Do that on both sides if necessary, or whatever ends are sticking out. And now you have a perfectly well manicured square. Great job. Thanks so much for joining me with Keeping You in Stitches, a new crochet video series brought to you by the Dizzy Crafter and the Dizzy Craft Lab. Please feel free to stop by anytime at the Dizzy Days of Dizzy Desi at www.dizzydesi.com. Your generous support is always appreciated, so feel free to drop something in the tip jar if you appreciate what you see here. There'll be another video coming very soon. Thank you again for your support.